Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of my playthrough of Ace Combat 2.
Escorting our attack operation. A bomber unit is to attack the enemy shipbuilding facility after finding an opening when the enemy front unit retreats. We want you to escort the bomber unit for this operation. Target, the enemy fighter unit. As you know, this shipbuilding facility is an important strategic base for the enemy's carrier mobile fleet and supply ships. Escorting our bomber unit is your first priority, but try to sink as many enemy warships as possible. We wish you luck.
Alright, this is mission number 7, escorting our attack operation. Basically, that is the first ZOE ace pilot right there, the F-14, the ZOE captain. And basically, just by the name of the mission, it's pretty much self-explanatory. It's an escort mission. We have to escort 4 B-1 Lancers. And this is the first mission that we actually get to use the MiG-29 Fulcrum! Sledgehammer is the code name. Now, I remember back when I was a kid, I think I used to have trouble with this mission, because sometimes I used to have trouble hitting the targets. They're basically just eight targets, 4 SF-37s and 4 D-modeled F-18s. And plus I had to they're not listed on the map, but they're excuse me, I got the hiccups. Hold on for a second. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. And sorry, I had to get rid of my hiccups. I just had to hold my breath and just swallow it or hold my breath for 10 seconds and then swallow it. Anyway, it didn't show it during the briefing on the map, but it actually shows that there are still actually AH-64s on here. AH-64 Apaches. So I had to hunt those down, but they're pretty easy to find. Like here they are right here. And I also have to try to find that ZOE pilot, the F-14. Now the ZOE aces are the most common aces in this game. I guess you could say they're the main enemy squadron of this game. And later, yeah, I wasn't paying attention, so one of the B-1s got shot down. But if any one of the B-1s gets shot down, it doesn't matter. Just as long as there's a B-1 out there, then that's fine. I mean, you can have it to just let it be a single B-1, and you can still continue the mission. Just as long as all of them don't get shot down. Because either way, there are 2 ways to complete this mission. Either shoot down all 8 targets, or let the bomber unit complete their bombing run over the fleet. Now I'm not sure if you guys noticed or saw the fleet, but the fleet isn't actually that fleet down there. As you can tell, they're not selectable targets. That's because that's the bombing unit's bombing run. So you can't shoot them down. That's the secondary way of completing the mission. When the B-1s drop their bombs over the enemy fleet. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. It was about the ZOE ace or aces. Oh yeah, that's right. Somewhere between close to the end of the game. If you actually shoot down one of the ZOE pilot in I believe it's the third to last one of the final missions, or excuse me, mission accomplished. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't notice that I was already on the final target already. Man, sometimes doing commentary just flows right by. Even these last couple days of the break, we're now promoted to Master Sergeant, and that was a ZOE Captain. And now we have 2 missions. The hidden mission is I had to shoot down the transport ships, but we're going with the main path with high altitude chase.
High altitude chase. The image of an enemy unit in flight was sent to us by a reconnaissance satellite. From its size, the image appears to be a bomber unit in a moving operation. We have also discovered some unidentified aircraft not found in our data. No further details are known. We want you to pursue and eliminate the targets. Target, the enemy bomber unit. At high altitudes, our plane stalls easily. Treat her gently and watch your airspeed.
Yeah, another self-explanatory mission. Hence the name High Altitude Chase. It's basically a mission where you have to shoot down targets at a very high altitude, high above the clouds. So we're going with the MiG-29 again. And the 4 unknown targets are actually 2, or actually I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to foil the surprise since they're unknowns. But anyway, about that ZOE Ace. One of the final missions that if I shoot down that ZOE Ace, the ZOE Colonel, it'll actually continue the game. But I'm just going to go ahead and go through the main path, and when I go to extra mode, I will go through the entire missions. Or unless if you guys really want me to continue go through the extra path, then that's fine. I can do that too. It's your call. Now we are approaching our first unknown target, the XB-70 Valkyrie. Now I kind of had a little bit of trouble trying to shoot it down because I thought I remember playing this mission again once before, remembering that I could just kill these guys with just one single missile, but apparently I thought wrong. So I kind of failed at this part. I stalled twice, so that was an epic fail, but it's no problem. As long as we shot down the high-speed bombers. Well, actually, not all the aircraft are bombers. The last 3 aircraft are coming up, and the last 3 aircraft are 2 SR-71 Blackbirds. The 2 bottom ones are the SR-71s, and the one on the top is another XB-70. So yeah, the SR-71 takes 2 missiles, and the XB-70 takes 3 missiles. I decided to shoot it down with one. I wanted to get up close and personal with it. So yeah, very easy, very short mission. And I don't think I really tried this before, but you can't really fly in space in this mission, which kind of blows, because in the later games you actually get to fly in space, or fly in Earth's orbit. We're still Master Sergeant and the F-14, the Top Gun craft. Okay, now we are going, and I decided I couldn't resist buying the F-14. Now we are doing mission 9, taking over the enemy arms production base.
Your mission this time is to take over the enemy arms production base, which is the source of their main weapon supply. If we are successful, we not only inflict serious damage to enemy arms production, but also benefit from control of their base. For this reason, only eliminate escort planes over the base and ground unit. You must take over the base without damaging it. Target, the enemy arms production base defense unit. Remember, your target is the enemy's defense force and not the base itself. Try not to damage the base facilities. Identify your targets carefully, then attack.
Yeah, like the briefing says, we're only here to destroy the defense unit guarding the base, not the base itself. Even though it's not showing the exact target, and there are the two aces right there, F-16's Tallman and Metal Sphere. Yeah, it doesn't say metal within the M sphere, but it actually says Metal Sphere. And first mission flying the F-14 Tomcat. You know, sometimes every time I try to fly this F-14, it just makes me want to have Danger Zone in the background. Codename Swordsmith. Maybe if I do a mission for fun, I can just fly the F-14 and just put Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone on here. This is something that I can't resist. I mean, Top Gun's one of my all-time favorites. And I recently saw it this past year during my senior year in high school. Well, once the first time that I brought up was during Christmas season last year. During the Christmas season last year, I bought myself a copy, plus a good friend of mine asked me to go and get also buy we were talking to each other, and I mentioned something, I think I said, Danger Zone! And then I started singing it, and then she said, that's what you're getting me for Christmas, David. So I decided, what the hey, I decided to go and buy her a copy, so... And the next part, and whenever I gave it to her for Christmas, she gave me a bear hug, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I understand that she had a surprised look on her surprised face, but what else would I have to expect? Anyway, the other time that I mentioned Top Gun was we were on a CIA trip. For ROTC, and which is the same exact, and me and my friend, the same exact friend that I gave Top Gun to, me and her were in the exact same ROTC unit, and we went on a little CIA trip. I'm trying to remember where. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember where we went. Geez, it's already been half a year already. We went over to the NASA Space Center in Galveston. Yeah, we went over to see NASA at Galveston, which was really fun, And on the way there, we were in a charter bus and watched Top Gun. I mean, the both of us brought our copies of Top Gun, but apparently it was kind of a fail when I brought my copy, because I thought that she wasn't really going to bring her copy since I already had my own copy, but she did it anyway. So I was like, epic failure. But still, it was very fun. Just being able to see the past about space shuttles and all that, and Air Force related stuff. But yeah, I had a fun time on ROTC. I mean, I really miss it too. Well, anyway, back to the game. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward mission, just easy escorts, and just there are only 4 targets in this mission, just those 4 ground targets, and mission accomplished. I decided to let the camera go by with the F-14 for a little bit on here, just so that way you can see the different camera angles during a replay. I believe there are 4 different camera angles. And I haven't showed you guys that camera angle, plus this other one coming up. This one's basically an overhead camera angle. I mean, I just thought these last two camera angles looked really sexy, or really good when it comes to flying a plane. And so yeah, really pretty straightforward mission. We're now promoted to senior master sergeant, and we've been awarded the F-117 Nighthawk. It's kind of a weird paint job since you're more used to seeing a black or maybe a white F-117. But anyway, the rank of senior master sergeant was actually the rank of my my aerospace science instructor. The rank of my senior aerospace science instructor was a lieutenant colonel. So anyway, yeah, that was my ROTC history. So anyway, the next part we will first begin with destroying the enemy's prototype bomber, mission 10. And yeah, I will see you guys next part. Take it easy.